Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. We're having another free class with me, your teacher, Patricia from Ivy League English. So, as always, we have a very interesting class planned today. Ooh, it's been a long day. We have an interesting class planned today. I want to work on collocations today. Now, some of you might know what collocations are, and some of you might not have any idea what I'm talking about. That's okay. I'm going to explain what they are, and we're also going to talk about why they're helpful. They can actually help you to think in English, which is something that a lot of students want to practice doing. So we're going to get to collocations in just a couple of minutes, but first, I'm going to ask you guys to help me out by introducing yourselves, okay? So just tell me, what is your name? What country are you from? And today I'd like to know, what is your favorite book in English? What is your favorite book in English? So I'm going to put those questions in the comments for you so you guys can see them. What's your name? What country are you from? And what is your favorite book in English? Okay? Now, I'll introduce myself and I'll give you guys a little bit of time to type in your introductions. I know you need a little bit of time. So, my name is Patricia. You guys already knew that. I'm from the United States. Some of you might not have known that. And I actually live in the state of Connecticut. And my favorite book in English is a book that I read for the first time a long time ago when I was maybe a teenager, around 14 years old. My favorite book is The Catcher in the Rye. It's an awesome book. If you're an advanced student, I would definitely suggest that you give that book a try. If you're a beginner or intermediate, it's probably not the best book for you because that book is intended for native speakers. But that's my favorite book in English. Now, I would love to know who's in class today so I can talk to you guys and I can give you comments on your sentences and help you with your English. So please just tell me, what's your name? What country are you from? And what is your favorite book in English? Claudia Jimenez, hello from El Salvador. Welcome to class. And your favorite book is Who Moved My Cheese? I never read that book, but it sounds interesting. Is it a funny book? Is it a comedy? I'm curious about that one now. Okay, so while you guys are typing in your introductions, I'm going to make a couple of quick announcements, and that'll give people time to get to class, type in their introduction, and all of that. Okay, first introduction. Free classes happen all the time. Okay, so if you want more free classes, if you like having free classes, what you need to do is like my Facebook page. Okay, like the Facebook page and you will always get a message when I post new classes. All right, now the other thing you can do is on the Facebook page, go to the section called events, and all of the information about the free classes is right there for you. Now, the second announcement is I have an English club, and I know some of you guys don't know about my English club. Who else is here? Salar, hello, how are you? Welcome to class. All right, so the English club is something that I started so that I could help English students by sending all of my free resources to them. So if you want more help with your English, if you could use study materials like videos or podcasts or online classes, definitely join my English club, okay? I just put the link in the comments so that you guys can find it easily. And the last thing I'll tell you about quickly is that I also teach small group classes and private classes. And I know there are some students who are looking for classes like that. So if you want more information about my small group classes or private classes, all you have to do is go to my website, and I just entered that information in the comments for you guys so you can find it easily. Okay, now, guys, give me a couple of seconds. I just want to check the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. So Claudia, I know is here. Solar, I know is here. All right. I know there are a few more people here. I can see that you're here. You just didn't introduce yourself. That's okay. All right. So now we're going to get started with collocations. So collocations, I just want to explain what they are before we start to practice. Collocations are phrases in English that commonly happen together, or words that commonly appear together. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Collocations, if I was thinking of the word keep, okay, and I'll type that in just so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. This word keep, K-E-E-P. If I was thinking about the word keep and thinking about other words that usually appear with the word keep, here are some things that I would say. Now, if you can think of something, you can type it in the comments. This one is just for example, but if you can think of something, go ahead and type it in. But here are some examples of collocations with the word keep. Common expressions are keep a secret. Keep a secret. So that's a very common phrase when we talk about a secret and not telling the secret. The phrase that we usually use is keep a secret. So that's a common collocation. Now here's another one. In English, keep a promise. Keep a promise. When we talk about a promise and fulfilling that promise, that's called keeping a promise. Now, fulfill, I know that's also a complicated word. So fulfilling a promise or keeping a promise, all that means is I promise to do something for you and then I actually do it. That means I kept the promise. That's keeping a promise. And we always use those words together. Keep a promise or keep a secret. So if you guys, oh, Cammie, I see you watching. You can't fool me. Just so you guys know, my sister is watching this class. Hey, Cammie. All right, so Solar, yeah, let's see what you have because collocations we're talking about, collocations, okay? So I'll give you guys a couple more examples to make sure you understand what a collocation is. With the word keep, another common expression that you'll hear is keep quiet. Keep quiet. Okay, so I'll type that one in, but keep quiet is a very common phrase, and keep quiet means stay quiet. Don't make a sound. Keep quiet. So if you can remember phrases like this, it's really beneficial for English students because you don't have to think about what's the next word all the time. If you can remember a whole phrase, then you don't have to spend so much time thinking about every single word. And that can be really helpful for helping you to think in English and stop translating back and forth into your native language, okay? So today we're just gonna practice some collocations, and we talked about the word keep. So Dr. Hashem, hello. So keep silent is, yes, a lot like keep quiet. It means stay silent, stay quiet, don't make a sound. Exactly. All right. So now I'm going to give you guys a whole new word to think about, and I'm going to ask you to try to think of some collocations. All right. So the first one, I tried to make it pretty simple. Okay. So I think this one should be pretty easy for a lot of you guys. The word that I want you to think about collocations for is take. T-A-K-E. Take. Now, you guys, this is your turn. This is your time to type in some answers so that I can help you. What are some common phrases in English that use the word take? What are common words that you hear with the word take? Okay, so I'm going to give you some time. I know you guys need to think about it a little bit, plus you need to type, but we're thinking about the word take. What are common words that you hear with the word take? Common phrases that happen in English over and over again. Okay, I'll give you guys one example to get you started. Take a break. Take a break. Okay, when we talk about a break or a rest, we use the word take. I'm going to take a break now, or I'm going to take a rest now because I'm tired. Okay, so take goes with words like break or rest. Okay, it also goes with a word like vacation. Take a vacation. That's another common phrase in English. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time. I'm gonna sip my tea. Let's see what collocations you guys can think of with the word take. Dr. Hesham, keep your mouth shut. Yes, going back to the word keep. Again, that means be quiet. Don't make a sound. Keep your mouth shut. Very good. Now we're talking about take, salar. Very good, okay? Your suggestion was take off, okay? Now that's a phrasal verb, so you will hear take off very often in English, all right? Now, Salar, I'd like to know, how do you use take off in a sentence, okay? Now that's the next step. Once you know your collocations, we have to make sure you know how to use it in a sentence. So the one that Salar mentioned, take off, Salar, I want you to see if you can use that in a sentence. Type it in and then we'll help you with your sentence, okay? Dr. Hesham, take a chance. Yes, that's very common in English. Take a chance means try it, okay? That's perfect. Now, Dr. Hesham, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Take a chance. Can you use that phrase in a sentence? Okay. Now, the other people that are watching, oh, Raimundo, hello. Welcome to class, Raimundo. Now, I know there are other people watching. I can see how many people are watching this class. If you can't think of a collocation for the word take, that's okay. Use one of the phrases that was just mentioned and try to make a sentence. Take off. You can try to use that in a sentence, or take a chance. Try to use those in a sentence. If you can't think of your own collocation, that's okay. Just try to make a sentence and we'll work on your grammar. All right, let's see what's going on here. Hello, somebody is here from Egypt. I'm not sure who it is. Tell me your name, okay? Let's see. Take off, Carrie, take off your shirt. There you go. Take off your shirt means remove, take off. Now, take off can mean other things too. So if you haven't made a sentence with take off yet, you can still make a sentence and try to use one of the other meanings for the phrase take off. All right, so we have some other comments here. Salar, take off in the weekend. Okay, so this is a different meaning of the word take off. This sentence is using take off to mean not working, taking a vacation. Okay, so Salar, I think that's what you mean, take off. Now, take off could also mean to leave. So in your sentence, it could actually mean either one of those. You might be saying leave for the weekend, or you might be saying not working for the weekend. Either way, it sounds good. Now, there's one thing that I would say about your sentence, Salar. Take off for the weekend. Take off for the weekend. For the weekend means that you're going to do something during the entire weekend. So you're going to take off from work. You're going to stop working for the weekend. Or you might leave and go out of town. Take off, leave for the weekend. All right. So Salar, that's the preposition you want to use, for the weekend. If you're talking about spending the whole weekend doing something. All right. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, Daif from Yemen. Daif, I hope I said your name correctly. Welcome to class. Thanks for coming. Let's see, who else? Oh, thank you. I'm a great teacher. I appreciate that. By the way, everybody, if you enjoy having free English classes like this, please give this video a thumbs up or a heart or a smiley face. Give this video some love. It really helps other English students to find these classes. All right, let's see. Rudy, hello from Mexico. Who else? Irma from Venezuela. Hey guys. And who is this? This is a new name. It's Iscoto. I hope I said that correctly, from Mexico. Thank you. Thanks for coming to class today. Now, Carrie, the plane will take off any minute now. Perfect. That's another meaning of the word take off. That in that sentence, take off means to leave the ground. Okay, so a plane takes off. Very good. And your grammar was great in that sentence. Good job. So yeah, Carrie, no corrections. The plane will take off any minute now. Perfect. Dr. Hesham, I want to take a chance in the next match. Yes. So if you're in a competition and you decide it's time to try something different, you might want to take a chance in the next match. Very nice. Everybody's grammar is very good today. I'm impressed. Good job, guys. All right. We have, Same, hello. And Salar, the plane take off in weekend. Okay, so Salar, when we talk about days, we don't use the word in. In is not for days. You can say the plane, I'm not sure if you're talking about the future or the past, but let's say you wanted to talk about the future, okay? The plane will take off over the weekend, or some people might say on the weekend, but not in. You don't want to use the word in when you're talking about days. Okay, Salar? All right. Tamer, hello. Welcome. And Salar from Kurdistan. Welcome again. All right, guys. So very good. Collocations with the word take. You guys came up with take off. That was great. Take a chance. Also good. Take a break is the one that I mentioned at the beginning. Here's one that I know you guys are familiar with. Take a look. Take a look. That is such a common expression in English. You guys, if you're not familiar with this phrase, you've got to learn this one. Take a look means look at this. Pay attention to this. It's a very casual, common way of getting someone to pay attention to something that you want them to pay attention to. Okay? Hey, take a look at this paper for me. Does this sentence look correct? Take a look. That's a great one to know. And I'll give you guys one more. And some of you guys might not know this one, but when we talk about a test or an exam, we say take a test, take an exam. So when I go to school tomorrow, I have to take a test. That's the word that we use. You know, other people, I've heard students try to make sentences about a test and they might say, finish a test, complete a test, do a test, take a test. That's what you want to use, okay? You take a test. All right, very good, guys. Now, we're going to move on to another word. We're going to talk about some brand new collocations. This time, this is going to be, this also should be fairly easy, okay? The word that I want you to think about now is make. Make. M-A-K-E. Okay? Now, this is a great one because there are lots of collocations using the word make. Now, the other reason why this is a good one to practice is because particularly if Spanish is your first language, I know a lot of students struggle with when to use make and when to use do, because in Spanish, those words are the same. They use the same word to mean those two different things. So especially if you're from a Spanish-speaking background, this one is going to be really good practice for you. The word make, M-A-K-E. Margar, hello, how are you? All right, so collocations with the word make. I'm going to give you guys, I'll give you guys an example, but first I have to go back to the comments. All right, Carrie, it's morning where you are, Carrie? It's nighttime where I am, but good morning to you. And Margar, take a rest. Yes, we talked about that. Take a break or take a rest. Okay, now make is the one that I want you guys to focus on now. And I'll give you an example. This one is pretty common. Make a mess. Make a mess. So when we talk about, let's say kids, you have kids come over to your house and, they're hanging out, they watch TV, they eat some snacks, they drop food on the floor and on the couch because, that's what kids do. We call that making a mess. The kids made a mess. Okay. So that's a common collocation in English, make a mess. When you talk about something that was clean and then someone came in and changed it to not clean, we call that making a mess. Okay, so now let me check the comments. Let's see if we have any. Oh, yes. So a very common one. Who mentioned that one? It was, oh, I can't see the name. It's in Arabic, but make mistakes. Yes, that's a very common one. And I was hoping someone would mention that. So when we talk about mistakes, we almost always use the word make. I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake. You'll hear that, but we say make a mistake. We don't do a mistake, have a mistake, none of those. Make a mistake. All right, that's a good one. Now, what other? Made is past tense of make. Yes, Margaret, you're correct. Okay. Tanya, make a cake. Yes. So when you cook something or bake something, we use the word make. I made dinner last night. I made a cake yesterday. Tomorrow, I need to make another I don't know, pie. There you go. I need to make another pie. All right. So yes, we use make with the word food when you're cooking or baking or putting the food together. Okay. You can even use the word make for like a salad. A salad, you don't really cook it. You just chop things up, but we use that phrase also, make a salad. Okay, so that was a good one, Tanya. Nice job. Carrie, I'm going to put on some makeup. All right, so yeah, makeup, that's another common one. Makeup is like, lipstick and the stuff you put on your eyelashes, makeup. Okay, good job. What else do we have? Marger, that's a good one. Make a decision. This one is a tricky one, I know, especially for people who are Spanish speaking, because in Spanish, I think they say take a decision. The word that they use with decision is take, but in English, we use make. We make a decision. That means you decided to do something. So yesterday, I made the decision to cut off all my hair. I don't know. Okay, but make a decision. Good one, Marger. All right, let's see. Make fun. Now, Marger, that's not a common one. In English, we don't say make fun. Or, oh, wait. Yes, I know what you're thinking about now. You're talking about teasing. If you're talking about teasing someone, then yes, that's called making fun. I was thinking about having fun, which is different. So, Margaret, yes, you're correct. If you're talking about teasing or joking with someone, sometimes we use that expression, make fun of. It means mocking or teasing someone. Okay, so yes, that's another good one. Solar, your makes me happy. Your what, Solar? I think there's a word missing from your sentence. Your needs a noun. Your what makes me happy. Okay, Solar, you can fix that sentence and then I'll help you out. Carrie, try not to make a mess, kid. Yes. Do you know how many times I've said that, Carrie? I was a teacher in a school with kids all the time. Try not to make a mess, kids, or else you'll be cleaning it up, not me. That's usually what I would say. All right. Yes, that was a good one. Tamer, make dinner tonight, meatloaf. Oh, all right. I would change that sentence a little bit, Tamer. If you're talking about what you're going to make for dinner, then what I would say is, I am making meatloaf for dinner tonight. That's what we would say. If you're talking about the future, I am making meatloaf for dinner tonight. That's how we would say it, okay? But making food or making a meal, that's a good one. We use the word make when we talk about food and meals. You can say, I made dinner, I made breakfast, or I'm going to make lunch. Things like that. Perfect. All right. I'm making exercise. Now, Tanya, we do not use the word make for exercise. So I'm glad you brought that up. We usually say do exercise. Do is a word that we use with exercise. Or you can just say, I exercise, or I am exercising. You can also use exercise as a verb, and then you don't need other words, okay? So making exercise, that one we don't use in English, but that was a good one to bring up because now we know, okay? Carrie, make out. So Carrie, I'm going to ask you to put that in a sentence because make out can mean a lot of things. And I'm not sure which one you're talking about. But yes, make out is a very common phrase in English. And we can talk about what it means when you make a sentence. Okay? All right. Margaret, make mistakes. Yes, we talked about that. Tanya, you're good. Rudy, make laundry. Tell me what you mean by that, because if you're talking about washing dirty clothes, then what we say in English is do laundry. That's another one where we use the word do, not make. Okay? So if all of my clothes is dirty, it's time for me to do the laundry, or it's time for me to do laundry. All right? I'm glad you brought that up. That one is do, not make. All right. Let's see what else. Marger, tomorrow I will make, if you're talking about tomorrow, you need to use the future tense. Tomorrow I will make delicious food. Exactly. You can use make with food. Dr. Hesham, I watched your, oh, wait, let's see. I watched your video last week when you was making a nice cake. Okay. When you was making a nice cake, there's a mistake in there that we need to fix, Dr. Hesham. Okay, so I want you to look at that part of your sentence, when you was making a nice cake, and see if you can find your mistake. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll help you out. Okay, now if another student sees the mistake, you can help Dr. Hesham and you can show him what the mistake is. All right, so Margaret, having fun. Yes. Carrie, she's making out with her boyfriend. Yes. Okay. So I wasn't sure if that was the definition that you were using. So make out can be used to describe a lot of kissing. Okay. So we call that making out. So Carrie's sentence, she's making out with her boyfriend outside the classroom. That's really good. Very nice grammar. And that's how we use making out. All right. Yes, Margaret, if you're talking about a joke, then it is make fun. You can use that phrase, make fun. Ramundo, my wife is making noise. There's another one, Ramundo, noise or sound. We use the word make, okay? So make noise, make a sound. Those are common phrases that you'll hear in English. Very nice. And my wife is making noise with my son. That's okay. You can still take your English class and they can still do what they're doing. You'll be fine, Raimundo. All right, Tanya. My name is Tanya. I'm from Mexico. And so sorry, but I don't have, oh, you don't have a favorite book in English. That's okay, Tanya. But in Spanish, you have many favorites. I'm sure you do. All right. Oh, Virgie. All right. Hello. Welcome from India. Good to see you. All right. My English not good. Oh, Solar, you made an error writing? That's okay. Solar, you don't ever have to apologize for a mistake in this class. That's what this class is for. It's for you guys to make mistakes and learn from your mistakes, okay? So, no apologies. All right. Let's see. Marger, I have some books for you in English. Oh, okay. So yes, we can talk about the books later. Tanya, I want to make exercise how, synonym of homework. So I make homework with my nephew. Tanya, I'm a little confused, okay? If you can explain, I'm not sure if you have a question, but I'm a little confused by that sentence, all right? So if you want to explain a little bit more, I'd be happy to help you out. All right, guys, we still have about 15 minutes of class left. So let's just take a pause right now. We have one more collocation group that we're going to talk about, but I just want to ask you guys one more time. If you learned something new from this class, if you like having free English classes, please give this video a thumbs up. Just click the button, just press it and give it a thumbs up. That's so helpful for other students who are looking for free English classes. They want a free class just like you do, okay? So the more thumbs up we have, the easier it is for other students to find us. All right, so the last collocation group is coming up, but before we get to that, I want to give you guys, oh, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Very much appreciated. So the last, oh, Min, I think the name is Min. Hello, welcome to class. I don't think I've ever seen you in a class before. If this is your first time, welcome. All right, so I want to go on to one more collocation group, but before that, I want to give you guys some time to ask questions that you have about English, okay? So I'm going to take about a minute or two. I'm going to sip my tea, okay? And I'll give you guys some time to think about any questions that you have about English, okay? If you have questions, type them in. And if they're questions that I can answer right now, I'll answer them right now. If I need a little bit more time, then I'll put something on the Facebook page to help you with that question. So any questions that you guys have, you can put them in the comments. I'll give you a minute. And if there are no questions, then we'll talk about the last collocation group. This tea is great. Okay, let's see. Margaret, I will put all my hands, not just one. Oh, I don't know if there's an option to put all your hands, but yes, any love that you can give this video is appreciated. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, English questions. I'll give you guys a little bit more time, but don't worry. I have another collocation group for us to work on. All right. Margaret, are you telling other people to give a thumbs up? All right. So I don't see any questions. Now, if you do have questions, you can still type them in, but I'm going to start to talk about the last collocation group, okay? And we actually started to talk about it already. It's another common one, so we already discussed it because some of the ones that you guys thought belonged in a different group, like make or take, they're actually from this group, okay? So the last one we're going to talk about today is do, okay? Do. Oh, Margaret, you have a question. Okay, so if you guys can think of collocations with the word do, go ahead and type them in. If you can't, don't worry, I have an example for you. But first, Margaret has a question. I want to know what layoff or laid off means. Okay, the word means goes at the end. So layoff or laid off means you lose your job. Okay, but you didn't lose your job because you did something wrong. You didn't lose your job because you did something bad. You lost your job because maybe your company can't afford to pay you anymore, or something like that. So you lost your job, but it wasn't your fault. That's what laid off means. And that's what a layoff is. Okay, Margaret? So I hope that helps you. So now collocations with the word do. Oh, wait, I have a comment. You're creating a great job teaching you English. All right, I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I prefer learning this way than reading textbooks. Yes, that's exactly why I do these classes, Carrie, because textbooks are boring. Even in my small group classes and my private classes, I never, ever use textbooks because they're boring, not just for students, but for teachers too. They put me to sleep, so I never use textbooks. All right. Shima from Egypt. I hope I said that correctly. Hey, Shima, welcome to class. All right. So, Sair, Salir. No, wait. Oh, what's your name? Salar. Salar. I'm so sorry. Salar. When you drink tea, I hope you don't put sugar. Oh, yes, of course I put sugar. I put lots of sugar in my tea. Don't tell anybody, but I put lots of sugar in my tea. All right. So, we're talking about the word do, okay? And I don't see any collocations yet, so maybe you guys need a little help with an example. Now, the word do, there are tons of collocations with the word do. Some of the ones that already came up, we talked about doing laundry, okay? Today, I need to do laundry. Everything is dirty. Okay, so when you talk about washing the clothes to make them clean, doing laundry. Okay, another one that came up earlier, what did we talk about? Do, oh, I forgot. What was it? Anyway, whatever we talked about before, I'll give you a new example. And this one, some of you might not know, but in English, we say, do your hair. Do your hair. So, what does do your hair mean? Do your hair means to style your hair. Like, maybe you're going to put something in it, or maybe you're going to like put it up, or I don't know, whatever. But if you're going to do something to your hair to make it look nice, we call that doing your hair. Okay. Now, Carrie, yes, the one that we talked about. Thank you for reminding me. Doing exercise. So with exercise, we use the word do. Do exercise. Very good. And do laundry. That's the other one that we talked about. Fantastic. Do you have a boyfriend? That's it's maybe a common question. It's not a collocation though, okay? Do is just the word that we use to ask questions, okay? What I'm talking about is a common phrase like doing exercise, do your hair, do laundry. That's what we're talking about, okay, Margaret? So try to think of a phrase like that that's common in English. I need to do my hair because I have a date tonight. Because I have a date tonight. Now, Carrie, I will say, I need to do my hair for I have a date tonight. You might hear that in very old English, okay? But today, when people talk every day, they would use the word because. I need to do my hair because I have a date tonight. That's the reason why. Okay. But very good. I need to do my hair for my date. Very common. Let's see. Do your homework. That's another one. I was hoping someone would mention that one. So very good. For homework, we use the words do. Okay. Again, like I said before, not complete, is not the most common word that we use with homework. Do homework is what we say. Okay. Also make. It's not make homework. I think there are some students who think that those words go together. Make does not go with homework. Okay. It's do homework. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? My sister braid my hair. Yes, but there's no collocation in there. What about the word do? Okay. So we need a phrase. What you could say, Tamir, is my sister did my hair in braids. That you could say, my sister did my hair in braids. That means my sister braided my hair. Okay, and then you've got a collocation in your sentence. All right, Margaret, you understand. Perfect. All right, we only have about 5 more minutes, guys. So try to think of a collocation with the word do, or take one of the collocations that we talked about and put it in a sentence. Do laundry, do homework, do hair. Try to put one of those in a sentence if you can't think of your own collocation. Okay, Margaret, that's still a question. We're not looking for questions. We're looking for phrases. Okay, not a whole sentence. All right, Carrie, Okay, so Carrie, you're good. This is my first time. Oh, this is your first time watching one of these classes. I'm so glad you made it. But you do follow the page and you answer some of the exercises. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed the class. These, I hope, are really helpful for students. On the page, there's only so much that I can teach you guys, but here in class, when we can talk back and forth a little bit, I find that so much more helpful for students. So I hope you enjoyed it, Carrie, and I hope you come back again. Dr. Hesham, what do you have? I'm trying to do the best in my job. So that is a common collocation. And I'm going to type that one in. Do your best. Do your best. That is a very common phrase in English. It means try your hardest. Give it everything that you have. Do your best. All right, Dr. Hesham, very good. I like it. And let me double check your sentence. I'm trying to do the best in my job. Yeah, that's good. Very good sentence. Margaret, do something. Now that's a common collocation. Why don't you do something? Do something. That's very common in English. Good job, Margaret. Tanya, today at night, I do use a nice outfit because I have a party. Is birthday. Okay, so Tanya, for an outfit, we don't use do, okay? Also, we wouldn't use the word use. What I would say for that sentence, Tanya, is first of all, today at night. In English, we say tonight, okay? Tonight means today at night. So tonight, I will wear. Wear is the word that I would use because you're talking about clothes, an outfit. So I would say, tonight I will wear a nice outfit because I am going to my friend's birthday party. Okay, the end of that sentence, I am going to my friend's birthday party, or my friend is having a birthday party. Okay, I'm going to wear a nice outfit because my friend is having a birthday party. Very good, Tanya. Good try. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you still have questions, let me know. All right, let's see. Tanya, thank you. All right, do your best. Do entertain. Do entertain. That one is not a common one, Carrie, but do your job. That one, yes, that one is common. Do your job or do your work. You'll hear that a lot in English. When I was a teacher, all the time, my students are in class and they're not doing their work. They're just looking around. They're joking around with each other. Do your work, okay? Do your work. Very common. Now, if you're talking to someone who's older and they have a job, then you would say, do your job, okay? But for kids at school, I say, do your work. All right. So, yes, that was a good one, Carrie. Doing doing barbecue, is that what that says, Solar? Barbecue, maybe? I'm not sure what you mean. Let me know if that's what you mean. And what's the difference between do and make? Okay, Same, that's exactly what we're talking about right now. Okay, so I hope you've been paying attention. We talked about collocations with the word make, and we talked about collocations with the word do. Okay, now Same, I'm going to tell you something else. If you're looking for a simple rule that can help you decide to use do or make, it doesn't exist. Okay, I know that's what you want. You want me to tell you a simple rule. If it's this, you use make. If it's this, you use do. Sorry, it doesn't exist. There is no rule for make and do in English. You just have to learn from experience what goes with do and what goes with make. That's why we're having this class right now, so that we can talk about those things. What goes with make and what goes with do. Okay, Same? All right, so Same, if you missed the beginning of class, you should watch the recording. Okay, after class is done, go back and watch the beginning of class, because if you missed some of it, that might be why you don't understand completely. Okay? So let's see. Just do it. Yeah, that's Nike's slogan. Just do it. And people use that phrase a lot. What, yeah, you're not sure about that? Just do it. Go ahead. What are you scared of? Just do it. All right. So yes, that's a good one. Let's see. My favorite team, Barcelona. does the best work. So does work or do work, yes, we use those together. Now my favorite team is one team. There's no S at the end. So you have to use the word does because you're talking about a single subject, okay? My favorite team, Barcelona, does the best work. Okay, that's a good sentence. Tamer, you're good. And Margaret, please remember, do it again. Do what again? Margaret, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, Carrie, I do appreciate your efforts. Oh, I appreciate that. Carrie, it's my pleasure. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I don't know how I timed that so perfectly, but this is exactly when I was planning to end class. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to ask you guys a few things and to tell you guys a few things. First of all, if you enjoyed this class, if you learned anything, if it was helpful, one, give this video a thumbs up or a heart. Two, share this video with a friend. That's the other thing that's really important for these videos. If you can share this video with a friend, that really helps other people to find this class. All right, guys? So please help me out with that. Now, I'll tell you the announcements really quickly again, because I know there were some people here now who were not here at the beginning. Free classes. If you want more, here's what you need to do. This Facebook page, Ivy League English, you need to like the page. If you like the page, every time I post information about a new free class, you get a message from Facebook. So don't forget to like the page. Number two, on the Facebook page, go to the section called events. That's where all the information about the free classes is, okay? Now, the second thing I'm going to tell you guys about is the English club that I have. Some of you guys don't know about my English club. I send free resources to English students to help them study. So if you want to get videos, articles, lessons, classes, all sent to you in one convenient email, you need to go to my website and join the club. That's the easiest way for you to find all of my materials every single week, okay? And the last thing I'll remind you guys is small group classes and private classes. If you're looking for something like that, something where we can actually speak to each other, where I can hear your voice, help you with pronunciation, help you with your conversation skills, your small talk skills, your listening skills, all of that. If you need a class like that, you should check into the small group classes and the private classes, okay? So I posted that information for you guys to make it easy for you to find. And that's it for today, guys. It's time for me to go. I hope you all have a very good day or night. Where I am, it's night. It's 7:45 at night. But wherever you are, have a great day. And I hope to see you guys at the next free class.